What's up guys, it's Tom here and I'm incredibly excited to welcome you to the first episode of the Liverpool Master League series on the new game PES 2020. If you are excited about this series, make sure to smash the like button and let me know in the comments below which player or which players should I sign. And of course I applied the option files from PES Universe, so shout out to them. This is not a sponsored video, I just want to say my massive thanks to them. And this is why PES is so much fun, because even though they don't have a lot of licenses this year, with the option files you are playing in every major league like it is licensed. And as you can see, this year you can choose a legendary manager to be your manager, and the others, the generated managers, I don't really fancy any of them. And I was thinking maybe I should choose Lothar Matthäus or Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff is the guy who made the Ajax and the Barcelona style of football famous around the world, and I think that the kind of football that Johan Cruyff plays will suit us very well. And I think Johan Cruyff would rock a suit in every match. So I'm from Hungary, and let me know in the comments below where are you watching this video from. And if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, because there will be a lot of PES and FIFA content coming your way. The PES 2020 and FIFA 20 videos are coming daily, and I think that this series will be great. And until the FIFA 20 game comes out, we will have a lot of fun. But even after that, if you guys support this series, then I will keep this series going as long as you guys enjoy it. So let's get this video to 500 likes with your help. That would mean a lot. This year you can actually change the transfer frequency and the negotiation difficulty. I think I will keep it on normal. We don't want to see too many transfers, but we also don't want to see too few transfers. The starting budget should be normal as well, and I think I will enable the first transfer window, because Liverpool didn't sign a lot of players this summer, so I think that we can put that right. I think the salary display should be weekly. The match level, I will keep it on top player, and then maybe when I get better I will switch to superstar. Look at this, guys, Johan Cruyff walking down the aisles at Liverpool, and he's meeting with the Liverpool chief executive, I guess, and this is very exciting. And also we are meeting with Adrian and Jordan Henderson. Oh, that is beautiful, brilliant. These are the pre-match cutscenes, and Van Dijk, we are sitting down next to Van Dijk. Hello, Mr. Best Defender in the world. Congratulations on winning the Champions League. And we are shaking hands with the best young right back in the world, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm just so excited for this game. Let me know if you like that I selected Johan Cruyff. I didn't want to go with a generic manager. I felt that Johan Cruyff is such an iconic figure, and that is the kind of football that Johan Cruyff played in his day. That's the kind of football that we want to see at Liverpool. So now we are sitting down with the CEO, with the chief executive, and they want to discuss the season objectives. So this is very interesting. As sports director, I think our efforts are best placed in aiming to win the Champions League. Wow, that's a very high ambition. And after Liverpool won the Champions League last season, oh, this is a very good. Basically, they are asking me, should we just focus on the Champions League and try winning it? And I think I will answer, we should focus on the league, because Liverpool haven't won the Premier League in 30 years. That will be my big aim for this season. Although I'm as eager as you are to bring home a victory in the Champions League, it shouldn't be our top priority right now. Instead, we should set our mark on being crowned national champions by winning the league. I don't like that the subtitles have a white backdrop. I think that PES Konami should actually change that. I actually happen to agree with you. Aiming for the league title should be our priority. So wow. Oh wow. About your first job as the now manager. We have a full press conferences on PES 2020, not just on FIFA 20. So very pumped and excited about that. And I'm actually wondering what kind of questions we will get from the PES. So they are saying you're quite the journeyman manager. Wow, okay, it's your appointment at this club, the crowning moment of your career. I don't really get that question because this is our first job on PES 2020, so maybe the journalist should have asked. Because I'm a massive Liverpool fan for 18 years now, I will say it's the greatest moment of my football life, because that's the truth. If I was the manager of Liverpool, and right now in this game I am, that's the greatest moment of my football life. Firstly, let me thank the club for giving me this special opportunity and having faith in me. I can't tell you how happy I am to be at the helm of such a world-class club. It's a dream come true. This is the greatest moment in my life in football, without a doubt. Oh, you bet the Liverpool fans will absolutely love that. What style of football do you want to play this season? I think short passing, possession and quick counterattacks. I want to put on a show. I think that's what we want. I don't want too clean football, but I also don't want too dirty football. Something in the middle. We will answer, I will put on a show. We will put on a show. You can't blame people for wanting to see results, but I'm of the opinion that putting on a good show is just as important as winning. If you are going to win, make sure you win in style. That's the type of football the fans want to see, and that's what I aim to show them. Brilliant answer, that's exactly what I wanted to say, because at a huge club like Liverpool FC, it's not enough to win. If you are grinding out 1-0 or 2-0 wins, but defending for the 70 minutes of the game and just scoring 1 or 2 goals, that's not enough. Long term, the Liverpool fans won't be happy with that. So what a start to the season. We will play Chelsea and Manchester City in 2 cup finals at the start of the season, which is very exciting. And then we play Watford at home and Newcastle away in the first 2 games. Oh wow, and now you have followers of Liverpool, so that shows that how many fans we have, maybe on social media or something like that. So I will put the likes of Brewster, Lonergan, Van den Berg, Kiana Hoover. These guys are not good enough for the first team. I want to loan out the young players. I won't be using them too much in the first season, so I think we have a fine squad, but I'm looking to maybe sign a backup left back or right back who is good enough for the first team right now, and also maybe a backup striker who can play on the right side, on the left side and up front. And for the big players, I will refuse all offers, because Liverpool are not selling the big players in real life. So that's what I will do in this career mode, in this Master League, sorry. So this is my youth squad, and straight away we have a player who I think I will sign, because honestly he looks like a 69 rated overall player. He looks a really good player. 75 speed, 80 acceleration, Harrington. Yeah, he is English, so he's from the Liverpool Youth Academy. Already ball control 77. And I think what we will do is sign him and then loan him out straight away. So because this is no transfer fee required, as you can see, and we are basically getting a 69 rated player for absolutely nothing. And I also found a left-footed offensive fullback who is 66 rated. He is Portuguese, called Teixeira, and already look at how fast he is. 78 speed and acceleration. So I think this is another player that it makes sense to sign him right now and then loan him out in the transfer window so he can play at another club a lot of games and develop. Need to strengthen. So at the moment we have Firmino and Origi as our 2 main strikers, so they can rotate between them. We have Salah and Mane as wingers, but I think we need one more winger to sign, because I will loan out Brewster and Elliott. And yes, we have Shaqiri and Oxlade-Chamberlain could also play as a winger, but they don't have the required skill set to match Salah or Mane. So recommend me fast wingers who can complement Salah and Mane when they need the rest, when they get tired. I think the one position that we are pretty fine at is centre midfield. We have Henderson, Wijnaldum, Milner, Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Lallana, Shaqiri even, Fabinho. So I think centre midfield is an area where we are fine. Right back, with Klein not being injured in this Master League, I think we are fine. But I think we need a backup left back. Even though Gomez can play in the place of Robertson, I would certainly play Gomez more as a centre back and rotate Matip and Van Dijk with Gomez and Lovren. And I just want to get a good backup left back. And I will send out the scout to the Premier League and the Championship and go for still developing talents, no matter what the position. So I will utilize the scout. And the second scout, I will send him to the Netherlands to search for still developing young talent. And the third scout, I'm sending him to Spain to also look for young developing talent. I think that Spain and the Netherlands, usually Liverpool, tend to sign players from these areas. And what I really like on PES 2020, and I think this should be actually a feature for the career mode on FIFA 20 as well, is in the beginning of the season you set the individual training regime for each and every player, and then you don't have to touch training basically for the whole season, because the player will train in your desired training drill. So I changed Gomez's training from a defensive fullback to build up, because I want him to be on the same training as Van Dijk and Matip, because he should be centre back as well. So I will search for left backs and right backs who are between the age of 15 and 27, and let's search first of all on free agents, because sometimes we can get some really awesome free agents. So I found this 22-year-old right back Christensen, who is 75 rated already. He has brilliant acceleration and sprint speed and decent kicking power as well. So I will add him to the listed players, but I would prefer actually a left back. And do you know this guy, Lloyd Kelly? He used to play in the Championship and Bournemouth signed him for £13 million, but actually Liverpool were interested in him. But a £13 million transfer fee basically meant that Liverpool stopped the negotiations and we just let Bournemouth sign him. So I think I will list him as well. And I really like the stats of this guy. He's playing for Benfica, Nuno Tavares. He is an offensive fullback, just 19 years old. So I will add him to the listed players as well. Oh wow, look who I found. He is playing for Monaco. He's an offensive fullback, just 22 years old, but already 79 rated. I think we found a very good candidate to be our backup left back for many years to come. 85 speed, 86 acceleration, great balance and stamina, very good ball control, dribbling, and also his low passing, his short passing is pretty decent. So let's search for left and right forwards, left wingers, right wingers, left midfielders, right midfielders. And first, let's search for players who are on the transfer list, because players who are on the transfer list, it's easier to get them. And I'm very tempted to sign Jadon Sancho. Liverpool have been very heavily linked with him. I think one day he wants to play in the Premier League. He wants really to shine. I mean, he would cost quite a lot of money. I'm not sure what his market value is, but we have £116 million in the transfer budget, as you can see, and Jadon Sancho would be a perfect backup for Salah and Mane, and we could rotate between Salah and Jadon Sancho or Mane and Jadon Sancho. Look at those stats. His speed acceleration is already amazing, and his dribbling. His finishing though is only 73, but I think we can train that up, and then he will be a brilliant player. And why on earth did Dortmund put Jadon Sancho on the transfer list and he's also on the loan list? As you can see, that just doesn't make any sense. There is not... And wow, we found a 77 rated free agent. That doesn't happen very often, I guess. But because he's a centre midfielder and we don't really need a centre midfielder at the moment, I don't really want to sign him, and it's not like we need the money so we can sell him on for a profit. Another player that Liverpool have been linked with is David Neres, and I'm a huge fan of him. I would prefer to sign Jadon Sancho, but if Neres is the more popular, let me know. And Bergwijn is another player that we have been heavily linked with. These Dutch talents, I think these are realistic transfers. I'm not sure if Jadon Sancho is a realistic transfer. It cost £100 million in real life, but this guy is another player that I have to keep an eye on. But at the moment, we don't really need an attacking midfielder, and we will play with 3 centre midfielders, no attacking midfielders. So at the moment, we don't have a position for Kai Havertz really in our team with the formation that I will be playing with. But I listed him on our short list. So maybe in 1 year we will sign this guy. I'm a huge fan of him. I really would wish that Liverpool would sign him in real life. So at the moment, this is how our list looks like, and I'm tempted by Jadon Sancho and Ballo Touré. These are especially the 2 guys that I want to bring him in, but I will want your input. Let me know, guys, would you be fine with me signing these players? And Christensen as a free agent would be also a decent signing, but he's a right back, so maybe I will remove him from the listed players. We already have Klein and Trent Alexander-Arnold as a right back, and I love this feature that, as you can see on the page, Jadon Sancho's best position is left winger, right winger and left midfielder. But for example, and the other areas are where he can play, but that's not his absolute favorite position. And if you can see, Bergwijn can play as a right winger and left winger, and all the other positions are not his favorite positions, but he can still play there without his rating diminishing too much. And for example, David Neres, he's most comfortable up front or on the right wing. And I really like this, that they are listing basically players where they are comfortable at. For example, Lloyd Kelly, he can play as a centre back or left back or right back. That's really good. And you know what? I will start the negotiations with Jadon Sancho. Let's start transfer negotiations. Let's not mess about by loaning him in. So this is the negotiations window, and the sports director is saying that Dortmund is open to the idea of selling Jadon Sancho to us. So we shouldn't offer too high of a transfer fee. Weekly salary, I think we should go high with that, because we have a pretty decent salary budget, and let's give him a pretty decent weekly salary, because I want him to sign a long contract. Let's sign him on a 3-year contract. When I switch to 4 years, you know, it says that it's too much. So let's go with 3 years. And yeah, let's give him a little bit of a goal bonus. So every time he scores, we give him a pretty decent money, like 13k goal bonus. I'm not sure if he will be able to score every week, especially because he will be a backup player to Salah and Mane. But don't tell that to Jadon Sancho, please. And now let's start the transfer negotiations with Monaco for the Ballo Touré. He reminds me of Kolo Touré. Okay, he has a release clause of 9 million. Alright, you know what? Let's just pay his release clause. So we don't have to negotiate a price with his club, but let's give him a weekly salary, and yeah, let's give him a clean sheet bonus as well. So every time Touré plays and we get a clean sheet, he should get some money. You know what? I don't like the release fees. I don't want to set any release fees. Let's give him a 3-year contract and a weekly salary of 33,000. That should be fine for a backup left back. We have enough money. And just out of curiosity, I want to see what David Neres' price would be as well. Okay, so we have a big transfer fee. Alright, so David Neres would be also a very expensive player. 48 million would be probably a fair price for him a 3-year contract, and his release free clause is non-negotiable, and at Liverpool we don't do that. We don't want release clauses. Let's offer him a pretty decent salary, and also let's offer him a goal bonus, just like for Jadon Sancho. I'm not sure if I really want to sign David Neres. I think I would prefer Jadon Sancho, but we shall wait and see how these negotiations go. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this. Oh, the youth academy, new youth academy player signs for Liverpool, or is that? I'm not entirely sure who that is, but I'm just happy that we signed him. A brand new signing, our first signing of the Liverpool Master League, and he's saying this is just amazing. It's been a very special day for me. I'm looking forward to every moment. Winning is as important as anything. I'm ready to play. I can't wait to see you all on match day 1. I think that's the youth academy player. I think that's Harrington. He is now in our squad. So what I will do is put him on the loan list. I think as a 69 rated attacking midfielder, that's where he should be. And also Teixeira, our backup left back, is also 66 rated. He needs to be on the loan list as well. I want to extend the contract of Joel Matip because his contract is up at the end of next season. So let's go for a 3-year contract, because yeah, in 3 years Matip will be like 32 or something like that. And let's extend the contract of James Milner as well. Let's give him a 3-year contract. 2, and let's hope that is also up at the end of the season. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to lose players like Origi, and let's give Origi a pretty decent contract. And you know what, let's give Origi a goal bonus, because I feel that every time Origi scores he needs to get a reward. Maybe that will make him even more hungry. Adam Lallana's contract is also up, and we don't want to lose him for absolutely nothing, so let's give him, I think, a 2-year contract should be fine. And let's give him a decent weekly salary. Hopefully he will accept it. Oh wow, Van den Berg's contract is also up at the end of the season. We can't let that happen. Let's give him a 5-year contract, and also let's bump up his wages. Ryan Brewster's contract is also ending at the end of his spell at our club. I don't want that to happen, and let's give him a very good weekly salary. I mean, really, Brewster should be earning a little bit higher than 2k weekly salary. What is this, Konami? Come on, man. That's a little bit too harsh. So first, let's look at the transfer offer of David Neres. The sporting director is saying that the negotiations have broken down because, yeah, our offer was rejected because the player is too valuable for Ajax. I will try and negotiate again with them. The negotiations have broken down. The sporting director doesn't really say why. Oh wow, so it looks like that we offered 2 long contracts to Matip and Milner. They didn't want to sign for 3 years, and same with Origi. Wow, Origi wants to move on if there is an opportunity. That's a really shame. Lallana is demanding an appearance bonus. Adrian accepted the terms, so yeah, let's renew the contract of Adrian. At least we have a good news as well. I'm still learning this. Okay, so Van den Berg and Brewster didn't want to sign 5-year contracts, and the same has to be said about Jones as well. Wow, so it's tough to sign young players on long contracts, and even older players. That's difficult. So let's start the transfer negotiations with Jadon Sancho and Dortmund as well. And I mean, Jadon Sancho's release fee is 81 million. So let's bump his weekly salary up to like a very good level. And also let's give him an appearance bonus. Let's give him a very good goal bonus. And let's hope that Jadon Sancho signs. And now I'm afraid of, yeah, let's give him a 3-year contract. Let's hope that he accepts it. Okay, Ballo Touré, let's try and negotiate once again with him. Let's pay the release clause, and the contract length is 2 years. I think we need to give him a really big salary. Really good appearance bonus and clean sheet bonus. I mean, really good. I think he needs convincing to join us, which is weird because normally you wouldn't need convincing to join Liverpool FC. But if that's what it takes, I think we have the money to sign these players. Let's try once again with David Neres. In case the transfer negotiations with Jadon Sancho fail, let's give him a very good contract as well. Let's give him a good appearance bonus. Let's give him a good goal bonus as well. Transfer fee now is almost maximum, so I don't think that we can go further than this. I will hold off on Nuno Tavares and Lloyd Kelly. If we can't sign Toure, then I will go and try and sign the other players. But I think Toure is our first choice, so let's try and get him in. Oh wow! All three of the players declined our offers. That's heartbreaking to see. So the negotiations have broken down. Basically, David Neres probably wants a bigger salary, bigger bonuses. Jadon Sancho also probably wants a bigger salary, even though his salary, I mean, from 50k it went up to almost 80k, and the same can be said to Toure. So I think the negotiations, and I like it that it's really tough to sign players. It's not as easy as it was previously. So if we sign Jadon Sancho, he will have a very interesting effect, which is the fan favorite bonus. So he will be a fan favorite, that's for sure. And I'm sure that you guys want to see Jadon Sancho in a Liverpool shirt. That would be brilliant. This is interesting. We received an offer from Watford for our backup goalkeeper Adrian. Letting him go is not a bad option, because if we get a good return, a good money for him, then maybe letting him go is not a bad thing. But I'm not sure if I want to sign a backup goalkeeper at the moment. So Adrian's market value is 3 million, and Watford come in with with a insulting 1.6 million. And the maximum that we can ask for is 2.5. Let's just end the negotiations. I don't want to sell Adrian for below his actual market value. So our next match will be against Chelsea, and they have a very, very good team. I'm really looking forward to it. They have Tammy Abraham, Batshuayi on the bench, Mason Mount as well. Let me know what formation should I play, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.